Alright, let's get into the video. How keeping Guardians of the Galaxy as a solo story has already helped the game. The pandemic may have stalled the release of the many big budget video games this year, but Eidos Montreal has come through like a last minute save from Groot. Eidos Montreal was able to keep its Guardians of the Galaxy project under a lock and key long enough to keep it as one of the few big surprises at this week's Electronic Entertainment Expo. I think we were lucky with the pandemic, and said the senior gameplay director Patrick. We hit a milestone where the team knew where it was going, and we were able to keep our momentum. And then within 4 days, everybody was able to work from home and have all the things they needed to make this game. And then just to get this moment where we can finally announce it and get some reactions from people. That milestone included the decision to keep Guardians of the Galaxy as a single-player narrative, focusing on Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, as the playable protagonist. This decision caught some people by surprise, especially since Eidos Montreal's stablemates under Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics created Marvel Avengers as a cooperative multiplayer title. While many were disappointed in not being able to play as Gamora or Groot or any of the other Guardians of the Galaxy members, Marvel Avengers received much criticism for spreading itself too thin across too many heroes, flattening the dynamics of combat in its duty to keep its multiplayer systems balanced. By focusing only on Star-Lord, Eidos Montreal was able to home in on its strengths and tell the story about a young team learning to trust each other and its self-proclaimed leader. If you follow the story of any rock band, it's the same patterns they go through. They split up, someone's in a doghouse, someone's happy, someone has a different vision, Frontier said. Executive narrative director Mary said the game implements a local banter system to help your teammates feel alive and in the character as independent personalities. Personalities. Never mind. Sorry about that. As you're exploring the environments, the Guardians are bantering, and every once in a while you'll get a choice to pop up, and you can interject into the discussion to direct in one way, or you could choose to say nothing and see how it plays out. DeMauro said that it will change the gameplay experience as well. The game, which will also be released in October, already looks solid, even if it adheres to third-person adventure formula. As a result of that vision, it seems Eidos Montreal leans into the strengths as a dynamic storyteller, having earned its chops in the award-winning and influential Deus Ex series, which predated Cyberpunk 2077 in offering choice-driven narrative in a futuristic setting. From a lengthy gameplay demonstrations during Square Enix E3 presentation, Peter Quill already displayed a varied moveset, and players are able to command the rest of the team to join an attack or support Quill in other ways. The Guardians can look coordinated in ways that's hard to recreate the unaccountable, unpredictable chaos of the multiplayer game. It can be remind one of the team-based attacks of Final Fantasy XV, or even the extreme attack joint efforts found in the Ultimate Alliance series. Puncher said the team thought hard about the game's legacy. If we were going to have a very deep narrative focus, then we couldn't make a certain kind of game. We felt that maybe that kind of game has been done before. How does this game stand out in 5-10 years? When you talk about this game, then what's the one thing people are going to remember? Hopefully it's that all the Guardians feel alive, and that it feels just like I was really part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay. I definitely have to say that as far as where I go with it, I don't really see, a lot of people were saying all over Twitter that they didn't really want to play mainly as Star-Lord, and I get that 100%. But I had my doubts about it at first, but it seems like they are trying to make Star-Lord as a key factor in the game. It's just that I still don't feel as if that I want to just continue on with that playing as Star-Lord the whole time. Because eventually, especially since they're saying that it's not going to have any, this is a completed game, they're saying that there won't be any type of changes, just some bug fixes at the release date. I don't feel that it's going to be fun playing as Star-Lord for however long this game is going to be. Because playing as the same character when you have tons of characters, it gets boring. It gets boring and tedious and just downright repetitive. Especially where you have to use the support system all the time. Like, just seeing this game at E3, it looks amazing. Don't get me wrong, but the problem is, what worries me is just the ounce of repetitive nature that this game is going to have. Just with you spamming over and over again, support. Drax, go in and fight them. Rocket, go in and blast them to death or freeze them. Gamora, go in and finish. It just gets boring and tedious and just somewhat, it gets a lot more repetitive as far as you go into the game. Because it seems like the way how they're making this game out, it's going to have a good story, but the combat is just going to be so boring and just oriented around just spamming support systems. So I definitely have to say I will give this game a try. But as far as I could tell, this game is probably going to be like another Avengers where you have to spam certain abilities to do things. So I do hope that the game does prove me wrong when it releases in October. And I hope that they do manage to keep their word when it comes to this game actually having a great story. Because we already saw what Avengers' story was like. It was decent, but it still was really, really lackluster and underwhelming. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what you think about this game and will you be actually getting this game. So that's definitely it for the video. And I hope you guys enjoy. And there will be more news for this game coming out. So, and I will see you in the next video.